Well, it's another day and another Disney discount has been announced, as well as some perks coming to the parks. And for all that talk that Disney wasn't worried about Epic Universe, I think the amount of discounts that they are currently running would say otherwise. And in this video, we're going to go through what this new discount is, some of these perks that have been announced, and also all of the discounts that Disney has currently announced and are currently offering, with probably more on the way as well. So we're going to read through some of this and get some thoughts on it here. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic, and this is from Blog Mickey, and it says, Walt Disney World announces new Florida resident summer magic tickets starting at $60 per day. It says, Walt Disney World has announced a new ticket offer for Florida residents as it looks to entice locals to enjoy what looks to be a slow summer at the theme parks. From the Cool Kids Summer Initiative to a number of existing discounts, the Florida Resident Summer Magic Ticket is the latest in an effort to get guests to Walt Disney World this summer. Here are the details on this ticket package here. So, the Florida Resident Summer Magic Ticket offers 4 days of fun at Walt Disney World theme parks for just $60 per day. Total price is $240 plus tax. This ticket will be available for purchase starting May 6th. For visits from May 18th through September 27th of 2025. It says, looking for a shorter visit, there are also some other options. A 3-day ticket is $75 per day for a total of $225, and a 2-day ticket is $105 per day for a total price of $210. So essentially, I mean, for the most part, it'd make a lot more sense to do 3 days, considering it's like 20 some bucks to add on another day. So obviously they're trying to entice some people that way. And the Cool Kids Summer Initiative things that they're doing here. So they have one at each park. So over here in Hollywood Studios, it says jump into energetic fun at Animation Courtyard, where games and crafts will keep kids moving and creating all day long. From magicians and jump rope performers to surprise character appearances, you never know what delightful moment is around the corner. Keep the fun going as you join Mickey Mouse and Disney Junior friends at a lively indoor DJ dance party. They're also going to have the Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After show and the Little Mermaid, a musical adventure show, and these are starting May 27th. And then over at Magic Kingdom, they have some similar things here. So make your way over to the Rocket Tower Plaza stage to dance with Stitch at this high-energy DJ party. It says, after grooving with the galaxy's coolest alien, head inside Merchant of Venus with an out-of-this-world craft inspired by the upcoming Disney Pixar film Elio, I think is how you say that one. And then it says, step right up for the summer fun under the big top. Kids can join the DJ Ringmaster for a summertime dance party full of pop-up silliness with Pluto and with stilt walkers and jugglers performing around you. It says you'll feel like the ringmaster of fun.
Could be worse.
And then they also say, later in the summer, the Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away comes to life with beloved characters from Encanto, Frozen, and Coco. And then over at Animal Kingdom, it says, for all those who believe the wilderness must be explored, you can unlock a special limited-time Wilderness Explorers badge along the way. As you can make your way around the park, keep an eye out for some amazing animals, including tigers, okapi, and more. Oh, I've never heard that one before. I don't know what that is. Wrap up your wild day with a musical moment you won't forget. Join an interactive sing-along with the Dino Institute intern on Discovery Island, celebrating all the amazing animals spotted throughout the park, with original songs, playful storytelling, and plenty of chances to join in. Oh, it also says, explore and earn your adventure stripes. Buzz over to Rafiki's Planet Watch for hands-on crafting activities, all about pollinators like bees and butterflies. And then Communicore Hall over in Epcot. Apparently Goofy is taking this over. It says playtime gets a goof-tastic twist. Get ready to dance and play along with Goofy in this immersive experience. Show off your best moves in this. You'll be shocked to hear this DJ-led dance party.
Right.
And join your favorite games with silly, or should I say goofy twists like Loopy Limbo and Parachutes and Pipsqueaks. And then it says to make way for all the goofiness, Communicore Hall will be closed from May 12th to May 27th as Goofy Core at Communicore Hall begins. And then, yeah. So part of this seemingly are these DJ dance parties, which if you know anything about when they do the Halloween parties or Christmas parties, these DJ dance parties are kind of what become part of those parties. So they're taking elements from these, you know, after hours party type events and putting them into the parks on a daily basis. Now, I would argue this is stuff that should be going on all the time. I've talked about many times that Streetmosphere is something that has been missing from basically all the parks, but especially the Disney parks for a long time. And stuff like this, like, it's easy for kids to do of all ages. So I would just argue stuff like this probably should be going on all the time, but as part of not only the discounts they're running, obviously gearing this toward families and families with small kids, looking at ways to entice them to come to the parks with dance parties and crafts, which, I mean, it's not a headlining thing, but it is something, and I think it's something that they should just do all the time, like I said. But this goes in line with all the other discounts that they're currently running, and with all the talk that Disney wasn't worried about Epic Universe, they thought it was going to help them. They were going to see a boost from it. At one point, they said they were expecting to see a 6 to 8% increase in their attendance from Epic Universe. I think they said that like a year and a half ago. That rhetoric is clearly changing as all these discounts they're running clearly are pointing to the fact that this summer is looking like the attendance is going to struggle. Now, I don't think Magic Kingdom is going to get hit nearly, if at all. I don't know if Magic Kingdom will get hit at all, but I definitely think the other parks, you're talking about Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, I think those potentially could get hit by the attendance when it comes to a lot of people going over to Universal and Epic Universe. But all the other discounts they're currently offering on top of the ones they just announced, you have the Florida residents. You can pay only 50% of the down payment to become an annual pass holder. They have Florida residents 4-day Discover Disney ticket, which we just talked about, $60 per day. Florida residents save up to 30% on rooms at select Disney resorts. They have some stuff from U.S. military members. And basically, this discount they're running now is an extension of the one they've had going for a while, which is going to expire May 23rd. So they're just extending that one out until, sometime in September. Annual pass holders can save 30% on select villas and rooms for a 5-night or longer stay. Annual pass holders get 40% off of rooms and select Disney resorts this summer. 30% off rooms at select Disney resort hotels when you stay 5 nights or longer. Disney Plus subscribers can get some rooms like the All-Star Sports, I think, or one of the All-Star resorts for $99 per night. And some of them, even these deluxe hotels, are in the $300 range for some of those. I believe it's over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Save 50% on kids this summer. Again, annual pass holders, another 30% off deal. Pass holders save up to 35% off rooms at select Disney resorts. Then they have a free dining plan for kids ages 3 to 9 that starts in 2026. And they put it on here, but they also just released for the annual pass holders, you get 40% off of select dining establishments, but you get 40% off of essentially sit-down dining at select restaurants. And it rotates each month, like May and June is different. But they also have the special 3-day, 3-park ticket to all the parks except for Magic Kingdom. That is $89 per day, that this is running through September, which also shows you where their worry is likely, at least in that ticket deal, is that I don't think they're really worried about Magic Kingdom, as likely a lot of people that are going to Epic Universe and Universal Studios will come to Disney. Many of them will, but they're likely to not go to all of the parks. And I think that's the thing that Disney's contending with, is we've already seen over the years people having less and less days they're going on vacation for. Some of that is due to the fact that Disney has increased prices. So people that are still going aren't going as long, and they're not spending money on things that they used to, like more merchandise and dining. And I think that's why you're also seeing the 40% off for pass holders at some of the select dining locations. And people don't just have more money to spend overall. They're just going to cut things out of their vacation, whether that's less days or doing less things. And I think that's why you see the people going for a lesser amount of time at Disney, and the dining has fallen off. And I can tell you just from anecdotally from us, reservations that were really difficult to get for restaurants like 2-3 years ago, day of, you can find reservations for Topolino's Terrace, for California Grill, for a lot of these places that, again, years ago, day of was basically, if you found one, that was like, oh my gosh, I found a reservation for Topolino's Terrace. Now you have multiple ones, even if it's in the morning for breakfast. So I think people clearly are not spending as much money on these other things as other stuff at Disney has gotten more expensive. At least in my opinion, I think they're trying to get the people that are going to Universal and Epic Universe to make it make sense to just add at least a few days over at Disney World. And I think this is the thing I've been saying for months now, is what you're likely looking at. It's not that people won't be going to Disney. It's just they may not be going to Disney as long as they used to. So if they used to go for 4 and 5 days, let's say they're going to go to Epic Universe and Universal Studios for 2 or 3 days. They may still come to Disney, but it may only be for 2, maybe 3 days of doing that. And Disney is going to feel that. And that if they're going for lesser time, spending less money overall, this makes a lot of sense why Disney is also trying to bolster their annual pass holder counts by running half off on the down payments, while they're also going after a lot of Florida residents, offering a lot of deals there. Because if you can't get, the people that are coming in that are planning trips, either they've already planned their trips, or you might be able to entice those people to add a day or two onto an existing trip. But your best bet after that is to go after people who it's easier for them to get to your park, which are Florida residents and annual pass holders. So I think they're obviously leaning on them, trying to make up this difference. But again, I do find this kind of ironic because Disney does this when they need them. When they don't feel like they need the pass holders or the Florida residents, they don't really do a whole lot for them because they don't spend as much money as the people that are coming in infrequent trips or international travel. And if they're feeling those people aren't coming in, then they start opening up and say, hey, annual pass holders, hey, Florida residents, we like you. Come into the parks. It wasn't that long ago that you couldn't even purchase an annual pass unless it was at specific times of the year. It was basically, you just couldn't do it unless you were renewing your annual pass. I think they opened it up for 1 month out of the year where you could actually buy one. And now they're essentially really trying to get more annual pass holders because they were focusing on more of the high spenders and those people international travel and those people obviously with more discretionary income. And as Disney has, gotten a lot of criticism over their pricing and over their perks being taken away while the prices have gone up, and now with more competition from Epic Universe and also potentially some issues with international travel. So it's a little ironic at this point that they're really going to rely on the locals and annual pass holders to try and make up this difference that they're at least perceiving to be out there, that they're going to need them to bolster the attendance. Because let's be real, you don't run discounts, you don't run hotel deals, you don't do all these things they're currently doing if you feel like your attendance is going to be fine. But undoubtedly, when you're looking at this coinciding with the opening of Epic Universe in less than, at this point, 20 days from now, and to combat that, they don't have any new attractions to come on board. They're not going to have anything in that realm of things for years to come from now. So this is not only a this summer problem or this year problem for Disney. This is going to be something that they're going to be battling with for 2, 3, maybe even longer years until some of the new things they're building start coming online. So for those arguing that Disney is not worried, I think clearly they are worried. Disney also kind of sacrificed a lot of the traditional, I would say, the group of people that help build Disney World into the destination that it is, which is the middle class on repeat visits. And they really priced those people out over the last few years, going after these more high-end, travelers, these more high-end people. And now they kind of need these people. But now we're seeing them really start pulling all the tricks they can out of their bag. I think overall, this is a culmination of not only Epic Universe, not only just the impact of international travel potentially, but it's also just the brand damage Disney has done and the criticism they have gotten about their price hikes, even from mainstream outlets. Wall Street Journal had an article talking about people inside of Disney were growing worried about what they were saying was, quote, being addicted to price hikes, and the guest intent to return on their internal surveys was not looking good. So a lot of this, it's not just a singular thing. It's a culmination of the behavior of Disney, especially since COVID, about how they've just priced people out. They've removed perks and just really changed the park's experience in general. And I think it comes at a bad time for them with increased competition from Universal and potentially, things happening internationally with travel and things like that, that Disney finds themselves in this situation. Now, obviously, we don't know exactly how, Epic Universe is going to impact them. We'll have to wait and see this summer. But obviously, through these discounts, these deals, these perks they're bringing back, all these things they're doing, they are worried. They're trying to get people to come into the parks this summer. And I think it'll be really telling when we get into the fall if they're still running a lot of these discounts toward the fourth quarter when you're getting near the holidays and Christmas, because that is the time of year it is the busiest in the Disney parks. And if they're still running discounts at that point, I think it's very safe to say that obviously they're having an attendance issue. And if Universal and Epic Universe are not, that'll be pretty obvious to see. But of course, we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out and whether or not that ends up happening this summer. But I think undoubtedly Disney is signaling that that potentially is what we're looking at here. And we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But if you are looking to go to Disney, there are some pretty good deals you can get, take advantage of. Definitely trying to entice families and those with children to come into the parks. going after their strongest demographic, which that also does make sense. That is where they have the most competitive advantage against Universal, is with, young kids. So really focusing on that and with the discounts is not a bad idea. It's just whether or not it is going to work. We are going to have to wait and see on that front. But either way, that's going to be it though for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about all the discounts and deals that Disney is running? Is it going to be enough to make up the difference in potentially a big summer for Universal and Epic Universe? And until next time, we will see you in the parks.